So I want to clarify a couple things I've been seeing floating around social media, specifically regarding Vice President Kamala Harris and the southern border. Now, there's some people saying that she stole the idea from Donald Trump to build the wall, and now she's changed her position and she wants to build the wall. Well, no. What President Kamala Harris has said publicly is that she would sign, if it passed, the bipartisan border bill that was up in the Senate earlier this year that has been brought up for two votes and has failed both times. This had wide bipartisan support, and it was pretty much everything the Republicans wanted on immigration. It gave uh, clear guidelines for when the border had to be shut down, when access could be limited based on border crossings, things like that. There was going to be money to fast track immigration cases through courts and set up immigration court to make sure these cases took 6 months to a year, not a decade or more in some cases, etc. But there was money in that bipartisan border bill to replace some sections of wall and repair existing wall, and I believe maybe even build a little bit of new wall. But it wasn't going to be all the way across the southern border. It wasn't going to be the big wall that Donald Trump had talked about. And this was a bipartisan bill that had been agreed to and would have passed the Senate and probably could have passed the House. But what happened? Donald Trump got wind that they had made this agreement, and he told his surrogates in Congress to kill it because it was, in his words, a bad bill. And he wanted to be able to run on how bad immigration was. So instead of doing something about immigration, Congress did nothing, but then blames Joe Biden for doing nothing on immigration. So no, Vice President Kamala Harris is not in favor of building a huge wall all the way across the southern border. The money that was in that bipartisan border bill was going to fix existing wall that needed to be replaced and maybe build a little bit of new wall, but not, it wasn't going to be this whole wall all the way across the southern border.